Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a rice cauliflower recipe that's just like a fried rice except much more healthy and delicious. The recipe is in the description box below so you can click on that for reference. And just to begin with, cauliflower is really easy and quick to make, and it's a great substitute for any kind of grain. It's also really helpful if you're trying to go through some weight loss just because it is so low in calories but full of nutrients that a lot of us are deficient in. So an example is a nutrient called choline, which just kind of helps prevent things like liver disease, heart disease, Alzheimer's, etc., etc. Point is that cauliflower is really good for you, and you can buy it already chopped / riced, or you can buy it fresh. Buying it already chopped is just more convenient, but if you do buy it fresh, you would just come home and grate it yourself. So I'm going to be sharing a specific recipe of ingredients that I love, but anything you can do with a fried rice, you can do with this recipe. So, if there are things here that you may not prefer and you like other things, like let's just say mushrooms, red bell pepper, different kinds of meat, you can add whatever you like and customize this recipe so that it's just perfect for you. But here I have everything prepared ahead of time. I have some scrambled eggs, some sauteed onion. You can do regular or red. I just happen to have regular onion here. I have some Hebrew National hot dogs, which I'm sure most of us know the brand. It just looks like this. They're completely kosher and all beef, which is nice. I wish they were grass-fed, but it's okay because you can't have everything. I have some salt and pepper here, a little bit of butter, some green onion, and some cilantro here. You can of course exchange this for parsley, and some coconut oil, and we're gonna add just a tiny drizzle of kikkoman sauce for added flavor. And if you guys need some tips on how to make some scrambled eggs, you can go ahead and check out my earlier video on that. And yeah, so you're fine to prepare everything ahead of time. It's one of those recipes where it doesn't matter, you do this in the morning, you make it at night, just because on the stovetop, when we're adding all this to the cauliflower, everything's just gonna get warmed up again. So you're fine to make everything ahead of time, just prepare yourself. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So I just moved all my ingredients over here by the stovetop because we're gonna start to cook our cauliflower. You can just turn your heat on to about medium high. And we're gonna begin by adding some butter and coconut oil to the pan to just kind of mix and melt and cover the whole thing. And I just like the combination because it adds more flavor. And of course, coconut oil is really good for you. It contains MCTs, which are basically just fatty acids that turn into ketones in your body, which is nice for your brain. So all healthy things here. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit of butter and place it in my pan. And then I'm also going to take some coconut oil and add that. I like to just add, about a spoonful to my pan. And I'm just gonna kind of take the pan and mix them both together, making sure that the whole bottom and surface of the pan is getting coated. And it's already completely liquid, so I'm gonna add the cauliflower. So I'm just making the whole bag, so I'm cooking for multiple people. You can immediately start stirring it. And you're gonna cook this on the stovetop for about 6 to 8 minutes. Just kind of watch it and see when it's done cooking. And also, if you for some reason felt like you didn't add enough butter or coconut oil at the beginning, you can always add more as you go along. So I might just throw a little bit more in there as I'm cooking it. So I'm gonna wait till about 6 to 8 minutes goes by. Just make sure that you're stirring often so that none of it is getting burnt or anything like that. Forgot to mention that you are stirring periodically. So about 6 minutes has gone by, and I'm just gonna leave it for a couple more minutes because the cauliflower is still kind of tough and I want it to soften up a little bit more than how it is right now. So I'm gonna, keep stirring and just let those 2 minutes pass. Okay, so it's been exactly 8 minutes now, and it looks pretty ready. I'm not, too worried about the exact time because we're gonna leave it in there for a little bit longer to add everything. So I'm just gonna do that. I can start with the egg and kind of break it up into little pieces. And I'm just gonna add that to the pan. Gonna add the hot dog pieces, all of my onion, my cilantro. Gonna leave a little bit to garnish at the end, so I'm just gonna leave that. I'll add the green onion. And first I'm just gonna stir these ingredients in, making sure to mix it all in very well. And I'm still breaking up a little bit of those egg pieces. And now I'm going to add the little drizzle of the kikkoman sauce. Oops, knocked over my pepper. You don't have to add this also if you don't like the sauce. I actually don't really like the flavor of this, but in here it's really good, just a little bit. So I'm just gonna take it and just kind of drizzle like that. So not very much at all, but just adding some moisture and some extra flavor. And you can stir that in. And you're mixing everything in, and then lastly, I like to add the salt and pepper. So I'm just gonna do that. And some pepper, just adds more flavor. And you don't need to turn off the heat or anything because you want all those flavors to really mix all together and turn into a nice dish. So you can just stir that up. And it's looking more and more like a fried rice, which is nice. And I'm just gonna let this sit all together, stirring frequently for about 2 more minutes, just so all those flavors can really fuse together. So this looks really nice to me, and I'm just gonna turn off the heat, and I'm just gonna serve it in a bowl. So here are little portions of rice cauliflower. I love this dish a whole lot better than I do regular rice, so I hope you guys really enjoy it too. And if you tried making this recipe, then go ahead and comment below and let me know what you guys think. And thank you so much for listening, and if you haven't subscribed, then please do so, and I'll see you guys next week.